Kenyan hospitality is above and beyond anything I've ever experienced anywhere in my life. Even something as simple as like stopping to ask someone directions, you're gonna be invited in for tea or a soda, or like maybe the entire afternoon. Like you're gonna lose some time because Kenyans were so warm and inviting, and guests were such a blessing to them in their culture. And so along with this, part of my job as a Peace Corps volunteer is learning to be a gracious guest, right? And there's all y'all who've served know how this goes. But so one rule is you accept their hospitality. They're serving something, you're going to imbibe in that thing. Second rule is you don't finish your plate because they'll give you more. The third rule is don't be wasteful. And the fourth rule is if you're going out visiting people, don't do more than one household at a time, because unless you're like a competitive eater, you're not going to make it. So when my sister Lynette came to visit me in August of 2000, I was so excited to take her around the village to visit folks. And one of them was my best friend's mom, Dinda, and she lives in this house here. Dinda's house was way like the highest house on Kiboni Hill. And Kiboni Hill is sort of the center of our universe. It's a small mountain, large hill that everything kind of rotated around. And in Seattle, this would be like prime real estate because there's drop-dead gorgeous views of the valley and stuff, right? But for a small agricultural community, it was hard living up there. Hard to farm up there, hard to schlep water up there, those kinds of things. And so Lynette and I, traipsed up the hill to go visit Dinda. And at this time, there's no cell phones in the villages, so you just kind of dropped in on people. The best warning they would get is like someone would see me in the distance and they'd send their kid running and be like, tell so-and-so that Monday's coming. Get ready for it. So we show up at Dinda's house and she's not there, she's at the marketplace, but her youngest daughter, Bata, is there. Bata was one of my students, very sweet, but a little bit shy. But she's taking on the duty as host. So she prepares lunch for Lynette and I, and it's this giant heaping mound of githeri, which is maize and beans, typical staple stuff, beautiful, delicious, satisfying thing. And so we spent a few hours there kind of hanging out, taking in the view, and waiting to see if Dinda might come back. But the sun is starting to get a little bit low. We got to get home before sunset, kind of watching the watch. So we're getting ready to leave. Then Dinda comes back and she's very excited. There's hugs and kisses all around, and she's so excited to meet my sister. She's like, I have to cook a chicken for your sister. And like, first of all, our tummies are still protruding from lunch, right? Like, we're so full. And in my most gracious manner, I had to try to convince her that it's just not going to happen. So, thank you very much. So grateful for it, but honestly, Bata was a very good host. We're so full, we literally can't even invite. So we kind of go back and forth, and she's like, okay, then you'll take it with you. What do you mean take it with you? Like, she doesn't have time to like cook a chicken right. Like, what's happening? So she goes back behind the house, and then she comes out, and she hands me a live chicken. Like it's Tupperware of leftovers from potluck or something. And so this is what I'm taking home, and the legs are tied up, so she's very calm. So I tuck her under my arm, and we start walking downhill very gingerly, so we don't trip and fall and hurt this poor chicken. And I'm from rural Nebraska, but I have never killed anything larger than a cockroach before. Like, I'm a town kid. My mom grew up that way. My grandmother grew up that way. Like, they both know how to slaughter chickens. I do not. So we're walking down, to my house, and I'm, trying to figure out in my mind, what am I going to do with this chicken? Like, maybe I can keep her behind my house as a laying hen or something. Like, the space behind my house that's fenced in is very small, so that's not going to work. Maybe I can incorporate her into the flock of chickens that are already there on the compound. I mean, there's a literal pecking order, so that's probably not going to work either. So I decided, I'm like, okay, I'm a Peace Corps volunteer. I am an omnivore. I need to just own up to this. And so I make the decision that, okay, yeah, we're doing this. This is going to happen. So the next day, getting ready. I'm kind of looking down this poor chicken, getting up the courage to do the thing that needs to be done. My sister goes all little red hen on me, and she's like, just so you know, I will have nothing to do with the killing or cooking of this chicken. I will, however, eat it. And I do the thing quickly and as painlessly as I could, but it was not graceful or beautiful at all. Like I'm a little overenthusiastic. Goes clean through the neck, the head goes flying, and it ends up on the compost heap, and my cat is really weirded out by it. The body kind of goes all over the place and ends up wedged underneath, the platform where my water tank is. There's kind of blood all over the place. But I did the thing. I kind of earned my little Peace Corps badge in slaughtering my first chicken, and I can now be conscientious omnivore. We'll look her dinner in the eye and say, thank you. This is the thing with her. Thank you very much.